Hello friends, welcome to TMXing Adventures. Lisa here. Tonight we're going to make a beautiful tomato soup. I'm not making the grilled cheese sandwich, but I'm going to make the tomato soup part using our homegrown tomatoes. So come with me today, let's make this amazing recipe together. I am going to add an extra portion to it. You can see that it takes 20 minutes. It has a total time of 40, including that 20. And it's 4 portions, and it's also rated 4.7 stars. It's going to be pretty good. I remember doing this recipe years and years and years ago when I used to do open houses at my home, and there would be beautiful customers sitting around my kitchen bench, and we'd have 3 thermies going, and we'd learn different skills with our Thermomix. That's where I began all those years ago. And now I get to turn up online. That was before we were allowed to be online, and now I get to show up online and inspire all of you guys. So that's super cool. If you are watching along, make sure you engage in some way. Subscribe, share, like, say hi, let me know if you've made it, those sorts of things as well. I do love to know that you're finding value in these videos, and if you've ever got a question or there's something that doesn't make sense, or you're making something and you need a hand, reach out. I love to hear from you. You are watching this when I'm in Fiji. I may be a little off, like timing wise, as far as, being able to get back to you, but I certainly will respond as soon as I can to your messages. So let's go start. I'm sure mine is not going to end up quite that orange because I have some stunning yellow tomatoes. Okay, so I'm putting a bit of extra of everything in because I've got 6 people to serve. So it says 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to put in, I love the smell of garlic. So that's 3, 4, 5 generous scoops. I probably could have gone 6, but I feel like that's a lot of garlic. It says shallots. I've got purple onion. I don't know. I would never buy shallots. Maybe that's an Australian thing. I'm not sure. Maybe, are they just small onions? I'm not even sure. So I just use purple onion. Okay, you could use brown onion. If I was making any other sort of soup, I probably would. But with the delicateness of tomatoes, I didn't want to overpower that with a brown onion. So that's why I picked a purple onion. If you were stuck though, and you didn't want to go to the shops, just use what you've got. By the way, you might notice I'm recycling my bowl from something else. Who needs to wash it out if you can just keep going? 2-second speed 5 chop, off it goes. Okay, next, scrape down the sides with the spatula, and then we're going to cook it off for 5 minutes. Oh, look at that. 5 minutes, 120 degrees, speed 1. While that's happening, it's your time to prep your next lot of ingredients. So you're going to want your veggie stock, some pepper, probably some paprika. Oh, and your tomatoes. Now I have washed them, but I've also cut mine in half purely for the fact that we don't spray ours, we don't cover ours. So I like to cut them in half and check nothing extra is living inside them. So you'll notice in a moment when I tip them in, they are all cut open. It's interesting, we grow these yellow ones and very rarely do they get anything in them. The bugs don't think that they're ripe because they're yellow, but they do get like a black mark on the outside. Don't know why, but it is what it is. Still tasty, they just have this marking. Anyway, let me see you back here in 5 minutes time. We'll do the next step together. See you soon. Okay, welcome back. Let's keep going with the recipe. This smells so good. So yummy right now. Alrighty. Now we've got 500 grams of ripe quartered tomatoes, see tips. So I've got more than 500. I've got closer to maybe 830 apparently. So a little bit extra, that's okay. Tomato paste, 15 grams. So I'm going to put additional in. So I'm aiming for about 20 and a bit. Oh, apparently that's a lot more. That's okay. 35 it's going to be. Next up, by the way, if you don't have fresh tomatoes, just use tinned tomatoes. Work perfectly fine. Okay, veggie broth concentrate. Well, I don't know what that is, but what I do know is I have veggie stock. Now, I'm not going to go too crazy with the veggie stock because tomato paste is a bit salty by nature. So I'm not going to go, like normally I do a nice heaped spoon. I'm just going to do that much. I do not want this too salty, and it's easier to add salt later than wish it is different to what you did. And it says 225 to 340 grams. So it's actually wanting that to be in a liquid form. So here we go with our water. So, oh, stop. That was a little more than I planned on. I need to watch those scales. Oh, it's okay though, because I'm doing additional. That's okay. So an extra half on that. So let's put another 100 grams in. Oh, phew, that's all right. I do have to, when I do something like that, and I add additional to a recipe, I need to make sure I don't go over my max line on the back of the bowl. Fairly confident I'll be okay on this one. Okay, paprika, half to 1 teaspoon of, and it says ground, we just use sweet here. Use what you've got. If you don't have paprika, leave it out, but put paprika on your shopping list because it's something with your Thermomixing you will want to have. Some sugar to taste. I actually don't think I've got any. Oh, I've got some honey. Let's put a tiny bit of honey in. Now, sugar is a debatable point when it comes to tomatoes. Some people have to have something in their tomatoes to give it that sweetness, and others do not ever add it. Totally up to you. If you would not normally put a sweetener into your tomato soup, tomato dishes, please don't, okay? You don't have to. Extra salt to taste. I'm going to skip that out and I'm going to taste at the end and decide. And some pepper. We do want to put some pepper in. Does anyone remember the tinned creamed tomato soup of the 90's? That's what this one tastes kind of like. So I love that. I love that it comes out so silky smooth and delicious. So let's go next. I'm going to cook this for 15 minutes, 100 degrees, speed 2. I'm going to press play. Remember, if you are on ATM 6, you need to put your simmering basket on top and take out your measuring cup so that the steam can escape. So let's press play and I'll be back in 15 minutes and let's finish that recipe together then. We'll see you soon. Okay, let's keep going. It is cooked. It smells amazing. It says 6 basil leaves fresh, so they are in from the garden. It also says in the tips, so if I come back to my recipe frontier and I go tips, it actually says here that if you'd like to do a creamy tomato soup, add up to 60 grams of heavy cream when adding the basil and blend as per recipe. So I'm going to bring up my scales. And I have some cream. If you want to make this dairy free, put coconut cream in. If you don't have cream but you have yogurt, I reckon that would be pretty beautiful too. I'm just going to go a little more because I do have the extra portion in here. And now we're going to blend 1 minute, speed 10 with the beauty of the Thermomix. Now, if you have a TM31, TM5, TM6, please use your measuring cup that came with your Thermomix and do not hold it down. Okay, you do not want to create pressure inside your machine. On the TM7, it vents itself. So 1 minute, blend time, off it goes. And I will see you on the other side of 1 minute shortly. See you soon. All right, it's done. Let's go next. Transfer to a round baking dish and keep warm. That for us is a thermo server, but ours is getting served straight up, so I don't need to do that. And I'm not going on to make the toasty cheese. So look at that. It is beautiful. Let's have a look at how silky smooth it is. You wouldn't even know you just put basil leaves into it. Let's get this in the camera. There we go, so you guys can see, but look at that. Stunning. Homemade tomato soup. You know what's in it. You don't have to do the creaminess if you don't want to, but delicious. I wonder if I can get some little swirl of cream on top. Make it look a little fancy. Let's see. Not gentle hand is not my strength. Yeah, it's sinking. Oh well, the thought was there. There you go. Creamy tomato soup in your Thermomix in a couple of steps with lots of spare time to do other things. I hope you give this a try, and when you do, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. But there's something else you can add to your repertoire, and especially this time of year where tomatoes are in season. So see if you can find someone around you who has tomatoes, or buy some, but wait for them to ripen on the bench so you get a really nice flavour with your soup, or use some tin tomatoes. But otherwise, have a great day. Take care, and when you do, if I can support you with your Thermomix, reach out. I do love to hear from you, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have along the way. But take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.